We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Britt Says. And yes, this is season 4 because I feel like I took a month hiatus and I just feel like it would be weird to still be in season 3. I said I don't know if I'm doing seasons or not. Well, I guess I am going to keep doing seasons. I think I'll take my next break. It won't be for a month. It'll probably be a week in January, just for the new year. So yeah, season 4. Sorry I didn't do no promo. I will do a promo for season 5. Every time a new season starts, something crazy happen. I gotta do some whack promo. Well, the promos be good. I like them. I like the promo pictures more than anything. The promo usually is like, but for me, for my standards, whatever. What have I been up to? A lot. A lot. We will chat. Yeah, it's crazy out here. Nothing much going on around these parts. Well, not nothing much going on around these parts. There's a lot going on around these parts, but nothing I'm ready to chat about. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. What have I been up to this week? Just R&R, relaxation, honey. That's all I could do is relax and gather myself, get in tune with the Brittany. And yeah, that's pretty much it, honey. And thank you guys for streaming. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. If you are streaming, follow me on YouTube. Britt Says. It's spelled the way it is. BRITTSAYS on YouTube. And if you're watching, subscribe. Hello, good morning. Hit the post notification bell and all that. Comment. If you're a streamer, leave a review. Give me 5 stars. And yeah, let's get into the topic. Let's jump right into it, honey. So how we gonna kick off season 4? The episode is called "We All Got Problems" because we all do have problems. Everybody has problems. Whether you black, whether you white, whether you're green, whether you're gold, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, you got problems. And I know that sounds crazy. Like you got problems. Like I'm telling you, you got problems. When I say you got problems, I mean like mentally, yeah, and that too. Hey, and that too. I mean, like, we all got things that we all going through. Everybody's going through things, and we need to be mindful of that. And my little note I wrote, when do we know when someone is just being shitty or they're going through something? That's funny. But, before every single topic, what do? We expand our mind. Not every single topic, not season 3. And maybe not even season 4 sometimes. Like, I prepared for season 4 during my month hiatus. Yes, I did. So, expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. An article on Medium.com titled "We All Got Problems," written by Alexandra Greenbaum, states, "Quite often we get caught up in our own lives and problems. When this happens, we may forget to acknowledge that other people are going through problems of their own. Everyone is going through something. Everyone. Whether you consider someone's problem big or small is a personal opinion. What could be something insignificant to you could be breaking someone else's heart. This idea makes some people angry, which is understandable. Some people go through the worst of the worst while others seem to be coasting by. To you, your life may seem so much worse than someone else's. This may be true and it may be not. In actuality, no one actually knows what everyone around them is going through on a daily basis. It's simple. Life isn't fair. Some of our lives will be harder than others, and that's just the way it is. However, our experiences and the obstacles we overcome sculpt us into who we are." So this topic came about because, I've been experiencing a lot of things, and I just feel like it's mad weird when you go through challenges and adversities, and it's not weird, it's realistic, and the world just keeps spinning. And I realized that, like, wow, when you go through something so crazy, so traumatic, the world just keeps going and going and going and going. And when I say that, I mean, like, the bills just keep coming in. You just see people walking by and they look happy as fuck. Or you could go on Instagram or social media and just people just still doing them. And I'm not saying that when you go through something that the world is supposed to stop, because the world is not going to stop for you. It's just fascinating when you really at a low point and you just look around and just people just like breezing by. You know what I'm saying? And it just made me realize, like, damn, are they even going through something? Like, I remember, you know, when I was going through whatever I was going through, I'm watching YouTube just to like gather myself or whatever. And I'm watching podcasts. I'm like, I wonder if they going through something, like, because everybody just looks so normal to me. Like, even to me, I'm pretty sure, or hopefully while you guys are watching this, are you listening to me? You're like, oh, she sounds happy. She sounds pleasant. Meanwhile, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm watching, I'm like, damn, just look at everybody. Everybody, it feel like everybody around you is happy. But in all actuality, that's not true, you know? And I know that, you know, I think people are happy, but I know that they got their own issues. Are they as big as mine? Probably not. And that's not my problem, you know? But it's weird, you know, just seeing everybody. Like, I know you guys might watch me be like, oh, she got it together. Everything is fine. And that's not true. And even if you listen to podcasts, you should know that. And I watch TV and I look on social media and I see people pictures and I see this and I'm like, everybody looks so happy, especially when you down. It just looks like the world just looks mad weird to you. Like, when you are looking in the grand scheme of things, like when you're just looking around, you're like, what the fuck? Like, and it just be like, yo, everybody goofing around right now, and I got problems. Like, do you have problems? Like, when you just like online and you just looking at everybody, it's mad weird. Like, mad weird. Can you define when someone is going through something without them telling you? No. Sometimes some people with their heart on it, like they show it. Like, sometimes I could tell, like, but then again, that's because I know they are going through something. But sometimes you could look at somebody and you could be like, yo, they look mad. Like, what's your tea? Like, what's your issue? Like, you ever look at somebody and they just seem down, or the way they talk, they seem just sad or upset, or, but I think you sometimes don't know. Like, if like, you really never know, because there's some people who just smiling all the time, who laugh all the time, joke all the time, but they really got mad shit on their plate. But then there's some people too, like, I've met people in my life too that I don't want to say they were rude. Like, you know those people with those, like, intricate ass personalities? Well, that is being kind of rude, technically. Like, they're not, like, well, that is being an asshole. Look at me. Well, they are rude, technically. Well, they are an asshole, technically. Like, they cool, but they be doing asshole ass shit. Like, they be saying rude ass shit or being, like, an asshole, but they actually, like, kind of cool, though, at the same time. Like, I've met people like that. That's kind of like, they seem angry, but they not angry. And I remember I met somebody like that, and she was mad cool. And then one day, she, you know, she was going through something, and she like told me what was going on in her life, and I was like, damn, because the first thing she told me was her age. I'm like, that's it? You mad young or whatever. And she just seemed so angry, so young. Honey, child, just calm down. You're so young. Your whole life is ahead of you. Then when she told me like what she was dealing with at home, I was like, what the fuck? Like, she growing up in some ways faster than me, and I'm 28. Like, some of the stuff that she was telling me she was having to do, and it was, and even in that moment, it taught me, like, you really don't know what people's going through. You really don't know why these people's at work. That's why I take it really personal when people come to people's job, especially in retail, and you being mad and nasty, because, like, you don't even know. You can see somebody so young. Like, this girl was 19. and really working to pay rent and stuff like that at the age. I wasn't doing that at the age. Any money I was getting was to get fly at the age. And that's just on period. If I was working, it wasn't to pay rent, phone bill, nothing. It was to just be buy shoes and shirts and clothes and bullshit. You know, so that's my thing is like, you coming in here, you're being mad nasty. And this girl is really like working to pay bills, like real life bills. You wouldn't think it because she's so young, but it's like people really be having problems and you really would never know. So I do think that some people too, like that's a little attitude and sassy. They got some problems and they dealing with mad issues. And that's why one of the things I'm big on is just like, you gotta try. It's hard. Just try to be nice. Try your hardest. Because you really don't know. And then when you're dealing with like an asshole person, I just pray for people like that. You gotta pray for them. Especially somebody like that young, but it's crazy. But I don't think you can always tell when someone is going through something. I don't think so. I don't think you could look at someone unless they like this type of person that really just shows everything, or those open book type of people. But no, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. No. No, you can't look at somebody and tell what they're going through. Hell no, you can't. I was gonna say if you close to them, but that don't count. I mean, literally, you walk in the street, you like, that person has a problem. Yeah, if they're acting like a psychopath, you know, obviously they got some problems because they're acting like a psychopath. But for the most part, you really don't know what people are genuinely going through. In my opinion, I don't think you would really know. And no, I can't see that. Is it my place to ask someone if they're going through something just because I feel they aren't handling it well? So basically, when I think of that question, I'm thinking like, if you see somebody who's like rude or nasty or always upset or they're crying, whatever you perceive as not handling it well, should you ask them if they're going through something? When I think of that question, I think of like somebody you see all the time and they just mad all the time. You just like, you Gucci, you good, mama's like, what's the real tea? Like, what's the tea? For me, if you want, you can ask. If you want, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And especially if they really get into you, can you be like, is everything okay at home? Like, are you good? Is everything okay in your life? Because you seem so mad. You seem so upset. You seem so angry. What problems are you going through? Maybe I can relate. Maybe I've been through what you've been through. Maybe not. And even if I haven't, maybe I could be more sympathetic. Maybe I can do something for you. And two, I feel like if you do have a problem, if you are going through something, you really, and I speak about this plenty of times on the podcast, you gotta do the work. Because it is not anyone's job to deal with your bullshit. And we all got problems. So you're handling your problems poorly. I got my own motherfucking problems, and now I gotta deal with your bullshit. I'm not doing that. Because we all got problems. And, you know, it's hard. It's hard. And, you gotta work through those type of things. And that's something I speak about on season 3. I forgot the name of the episode, which is bogus. But I basically, you know, discuss like, we gotta stop basically like blame everything on our past and on our childhood and stuff like that. Like, we can't keep doing that. We gotta deal with our problems. We gotta do the work. And if you feel comfortable going up to somebody and asking them like, yo, you good? You got a problem? Depending on how you ask, bitch, you gonna be like, you got a problem? Like, you dealing with something? Like, you got an issue? You gotta make sure how you say it, because where I'm from, you ask somebody like, you got a problem? Like, you got some problems? They think you want to fight. Like, do you have a problem with me? So you gotta be real specific in your tone and how you ask certain things. You gotta. I don't know how you go about that, because that's definitely like you. I think everywhere you go, they say if you say you got a problem, like you dealing with something, like you gotta make sure your tone is not sarcastic, because that is definitely a good way to let somebody know, like, I will fuck you up. Like, if you be like, you got a problem, you good? Like, you alright? Like, you dealing with something? Like, because that is a way to start fights. Like, people be doing that, like, to be funny. Like, you good? Are you okay? You dealing with some problems? Because, that's their way of saying, like, because the way you're behaving is going to get you fucked up. So, make sure your tone is there. Definitely approach it in a way like, I noticed you've been very upset. I don't know why I keep laughing, because why I'm laughing, because I know how it is to be in a situation with a person who is so mad all the time, who is so angry, and I personally think I'm laughing because it's not funny. I'm laughing because I'm thinking of like real life things. It's really hard to, if you do stuff like that, if you see somebody who angry, I'm gonna start being like that, dead ass. If you see somebody who is like always mad, I'm so ignorant. I'm laughing because I'm really thinking about that shit. If you see somebody who's really always mad, and that takes maturity, dead ass. See, I'm immature, that's why I keep laughing, because I think this shit is funny, and I'm thinking about me approaching somebody with a sarcastic tone. I'm thinking of me being sarcastic, me being petty, and asking somebody that question, but in the same, I'm asking you that question because I really want to know, but I'm also asking you that question because I really think something wrong with you, and I really think you gonna get fucked up. And so I'm laughing because I can't even oddly imagine myself doing that. But I think going forth, 2020 is coming to a close. I'll do that in 2021. I'm in 2020 mode right now. I got a lot of shit to work on. So 2020. I will still be a bitch for the most part. But I think it's productive, bring that into next year, to just be like, or this year if you want to, you can do whatever you want. I noticed that you seem upset and angry all the time. Everything okay? Like for real, is everything okay at home? Everything okay in your life? Did something happen? Are you okay? Like, you could ask somebody. Maybe they might say something, People like that. I think people like knowing that they have somebody to talk to, or that somebody who cares and they don't even know them. I think some people genuinely like stuff like that. I mean, it's up to you. You can do it, I think it's a good question. Why not? So how would I know if this person is being an asshole or if they are indeed going through something? Good question, right? How do we know if people are angry because they're an asshole because they're going through something, or if that's just who they are? Consistency, period. If you around this person all the freaking time, and every freaking time they just mad, like you just always mad, my good sis. Like you just angry. You're just livid. They're always just, it has to be consistent. Or notice like for a week or a month they just been acting like mean. Like I experienced, and it's possible because I know some people like, if they asshole, they asshole. No. I know people, well, someone that literally, once they experience too much shit in their life all at once, and I'm thinking about that shit right now, and it's like, now I think about it, that person went through so much and at such a young age, because I can't even grasp it at the moment. I couldn't really grasp it, but I'm thinking about everything, and it changed that person, like dead ass. Like I remember who they were, and then after all the events took place, who they became, and I'm just like, damn, like it's to the point like I don't want to make it too hot. That's why, but it's to the point I had like people that was also close to that person be like, did you ever see da 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 do take drugs or anything like? And they dead don't. It just be life be fucked up. Like life will really change a person. Even us, it doesn't have to be a big change. It doesn't have to be a big change where the person is just an asshole. It could be small, subtle changes where you like, wow, this person is so outspoken. This person is mad loud now. This person is very defensive all the time now. Or it doesn't have to be a dramatic change like what that person went through. Some things could, really impact people's lives, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Like, it really is crazy. Like, when you think about it, how small things could change a person permanently. Do changes happen permanently? We talked about that too? On season 3. Can people really change? And technically, when we talk about this, people can change for the worst. Shit. I mean, I like I said, I've seen people really flip, which is like fascinating to watch. Damn. Now that I think, I don't know what that person went through, but I do know, like I said, people who went through like mental health shit just from dealing with so much anxiety and things like that. And like I said, it's all about doing the work. So yeah, if you never really. So wait, are people really assholes, or do they have mental health issues? I think people could be an asshole, and I think that being an asshole is a mental health issue, and that's the real tea. Because I'm trying to think, like, can you really, like, because I'm thinking, like, because some people like, maybe they're not an asshole, maybe they just got problems, but like I said, you got to do the work. This life shit is hard, buddy. Like, real talk. But like I said, we all got problems, and it's no real way. It's no real way. It is a real way to tell somebody is being an asshole, or if they're really going for something. Like I said, consistency. If that's the person is that way they are. Consistency, that's just the way they are. And if it's up to you if you want to deal with that person. At the end of the day, some things you have to deal with. If you're at work and that's your job and you like to pay and you like the job, except that person, you're gonna have to deal with that person. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. You're gonna have to deal with them. You don't have to really deal with that asshole. You can't fix. Can an asshole be fixed? Can a person who's rude be fixed? I would have to ask a therapist, because that would, I don't know, that's weird. I think anything is fixable with the right work, with the right therapy. Just like I said, putting in the work. Anything is fixable. But maybe not. Like, it depends on how long they've been like this. If they've been like this since they was like 14, like, is it really fixable? If they just turned this way at like 25 and they're 27, then it's probably fixable. Because it's new, it's fresh, What if I'm going through something and then someone I'm close to gives me some rough stuff they're going through? Well, if you're going through something and it's really getting to you, and somebody's going through something rough, it depends on your depiction of rough. Because if you're going through something that's really traumatic and it's rough, honestly, the advice I would give is you should go seek help. That's all I would say, because you can't help that person if you got your own shit going on. You got your own problems. We all got problems, right? So you're already going through something mad crazy, mad big, mad traumatic, and now somebody's throwing something traumatic at you. Did you tell them that you going through something big? Are you the only person that they could talk to? Because that plays a key role. Because sometimes that might be your best friend. Like, y'all talk all the time. Like, when something crazy happens, they come to you about it. But, and let's get a little bit into therapy. Therapy is not cheap. Therapy is not free. So I think per session, some people charge $75 to $150 a session, right? And one session ain't going to do everything, all this work. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us have health insurance. So sometimes we can't do the work, and maybe you're the only person that they trust. So what if that situation? Honestly, they're going to have to go to somebody else. They're going to have to try to find trust in someone else, because that's not fair to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fair to you. You can't fight your own battles and somebody else's battles. Like, I mean, sometimes you do it. You know, I feel like maybe as a parent, you got to fight your own battles and your child's battles, maybe, or maybe as a family member. But a friend, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not trying to be an asshole. It has to be big. You gotta have gone through something big. Like, you better be grieving. You better have lost a parent or something, or something big, like something super traumatic. Now, if you know what? I don't want to talk too much about certain things I'm not privy to. If I heard divorces are very traumatic for people. But maybe a breakup, and then your friend comes to you and they say they lost somebody, and you saying, I can't talk to you about this right now because I just broke up with my boyfriend. I think that's a little selfish, personally. Like, I feel like you could, I don't know. My personal feeling, I feel like you could deal with a breakup with a boyfriend and help your friend out with grieving. Grieving is serious. And like I said, I think I spoke about that too. Like, sometimes you gotta take L's. You have to, like, if you a good person, and if you like a woman of God, they talk about in the Bible. Sometimes you gotta carry the weight of so much on your shoulders at once. And just because you can help somebody, you don't have to help them every day. Like, you could say, today you can help them once a week, once a month. Talk to them for just an hour, send a few text messages, and be done. Or you could just be there, be like, you need anything from me, blase, send them a gift, flowers, whatever. It doesn't have to be like big, especially if you going through something, And y'all gotta be understanding too, because I feel like some people is not understanding. Like, some people be like, oh, this person is mad fake. They wasn't there for me when I went through A, B, C, and D. When, like, yo, you don't even know what the fuck I was going through. Or me, I'm very good with that. If somebody hasn't talked to me in a long time, I don't even get upset, because I already know how this anxiety, depression shit get. Even it's to the point that when somebody, like, even if they like take a break, or I haven't seen them online or something, I'm just like, they might be going through some shit. We all got problems. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, I will legit be like, they need their space. I am a space giver. I am that kind of friend. Like, if you need space, honey, I will give you all the space in the world. And when you're ready to talk to me, you can talk to me. Because I get it. I get that sometimes we need space. We all sometimes need space. Like, I'm that girl. Like, I would definitely, like, I have friends tell me, like, oh, I'm sorry I wasn't around. I was just going through some stuff. And I'm like, I get it 100%. And if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's weird. Sometimes y'all never been through that where you just like, You just don't feel like talking to nobody. You don't feel like being bothered. It don't have nothing to do with that person. Like, it is not you, my good friend, my good cousin, my good whoever you just ignored, my good sibling, my good brother, my good sister, literal sister, my good mother, father. Like, it's not even you. It's just me. Like, I just need my space. I am a big space giver because I know how it is to just be like, I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to text. I don't want to be bothered. Leave me the fuck alone. I need time to myself. So I just need people to understand that too. When it comes to that type of question, like, if somebody's not there for you in a time that you really needed them, number one, you can't get mad instantly. You need to figure out what was that person going through. Like, communication is key. You know, you gotta be like, and these are hard topics. Like, yo, this happened, A, B, and C happened, and I just felt like you wasn't really a friend to me, like, or you wasn't really a cousin or a sister or a brother, whatever, whoever, or a lover, shit. Like, you wasn't really there for me when, you know, shit hit the fan. And if you feel like that, you gotta let that person know, because you dead could be trying to bomb them and they dead ass went through some crazy shit. They just had mad stuff on their plate. You don't even know, like, finances. They probably thought they was about to lose their apartment, or they thought they thought they was about to lose their job, or it's like they just got mad shit on their head. I know how I feel to have mad stuff on your head. Like, it's not a good feeling to just feel like everything is on your head. And then boom, somebody hit you with some crazy ass, traumatic ass shit. It's like, like this is crazy. And it's like, you can't even really be there for that person, because it's like, bro, I just lost my job. Bro, I just got an eviction notice. What else? It's like crazy ass shit be happening, bro. Like, it'd be crazy. And then it's like, you didn't even know that person was going through that, because you going through mad stuff. You got mad problems. And you didn't even think to ask that person, like, you good? Like, you know, you can't ask if they're good if you already going through some shit, but I think communication is key. And some people don't really know how to be supportive. And you know what? If you got someone in your life who doesn't know how to be supportive, you know, I had to learn that recently. Like, damn, you don't need those type of people around you. The type of people I got around me is good quality. Like, people who just, you know, like, when shit hit the fan, they there for me, support me. You know what I'm saying? But before you get crazy, definitely, you know, ask that person where headspace is. And honestly, too, they don't even have to be dealing with nothing in that moment. Maybe they just sad about some shit that happened last year. Dead ass. Big facts. Like, I know I've been through some shit. I feel like it could bother me. It may not bother me today, but in 2024, that shit might get me tight all over again, and I might go through something for a week where I want to be left alone and blocked off. And honestly, that's fair. Like, we're all human. We all cope differently, and we're all open to being sad, being happy, being anxious, being angry. Like, we all got fucking problems. Like, and we all could deal with it however we want to deal with it. And us as people, we have to be understanding. We really dead ass do. And I think a lot of times we're not understanding, like dead ass. Like, oh, he or she is upset about some shit that happened 5 years ago, and I just told her. And like, we gotta really be understanding. We have to. If you really a real friend, a real family member, whatever you are to whoever. This life shit is hard. Like the lady freaking said. Let me read this part. This made us, in actuality, no one actually knows what everyone around them is going through on a daily basis. It's simple. Life isn't fair. This life shit isn't fair. Today, I have some tea. Not tea, but you know how in the beginning of the podcast I always talk. But anyway, today I watched the interview with Tekashi 69 with the Shade Room. And I was just like listening to his story and like all the shit he was saying. And one of the things he said was like, life ain't fucking fair, bitch. Like, this life shit ain't fair. Like, we got a lot of shit on that plate. Like, look at Tekashi 69. Like, he got money, right? Jewelry, cars, clothes. That house, DK house. He could get a house, but he just got to constantly keep moving because it's lifestyle. But look at that, right? You see how he has me? I would love money and cars and clothes. It's not something it's something I wouldn't mind. Somebody say, hey, you want this? Would I take it? Sure. Like, but do I want the always looking on my back, around my shoulder shit? You see how we all got problems though? I think that's a prime example of that. Like, he has a huge following, and I mean, we could say he's talented. I don't know, maybe I wouldn't think he's talented. Music, money, cars, clothes, but his life isn't fair. It really isn't. He is. I can only imagine, when he was talking about some of the things he went through, how it felt. Like, in the midst of his career, he getting kidnapped. His friend, somebody he called his brother, is fucking his baby moms, and he just went through so much. Like we failed to understand that. I don't want to make it a 6ix9ine podcast, but you can have it all, and the cards you dealt, shit still ain't fair. Just it's a lot. It's a lot. I know that when he was at his peak, and that's how it feels too. You know how it feels to just be at a high and then everything just fall, because eventually he had to go to jail, even though he wasn't in like jail. But I'm quite sure his life stopped for him. Things became different, and it's sad. It's heartbreaking to witness. I mean, it's crazy. You guys should definitely watch that. That interview. It didn't make me look at him differently. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I just know, like, one of the things he said was, life isn't fair. The cards we dealt, we all face so many different issues, so many different problems, and we all got problems no matter what. Even these celebrities, you see these celebrities. R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman. One of the things I would have loved to say during that month that we was, on hiatus. Chadwick Boseman actually worked at my high school before he was famous. I did not take that course. It was theater. But yeah. He was an actor for what? Not for too long, He did a lot of good movies in such a short time frame though. And one of his biggest, obviously, I would say, was Black Panther. And I know because only reason why it bothers me is because, like I said, he worked at my high school. I wasn't close with him because I didn't take theater. I was more of a design girl. I went to school fashion. If you watch the podcast, you know that. My friend Keisha, she took the theater course, and she was just telling me, like, he wear the same clothes all the time. So I'm thinking in my head, he was obviously, at the bottom at the time. He didn't really have money like that. Like this little after school program gig that he got out of school. I think that job paid well though, because our school was getting money. I think it paid pretty well. You know what I'm saying? So he really wanted to be an actor. Right? So it's weird to see somebody when they're not an actor, right? So imagine, you meet somebody and they just like you, and then they finally make it big, and then he got colon cancer. Life isn't fucking fair. Like, he was an actor for a while, but not that long. Like, look at actors. Look at Will Smith. I was just watching Bad Boys 2. We didn't even finish watching it. But when I saw Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, I'm like, they old ass. You feel me? Like, I love how they made the movie like that too, where, you know, Martin wanted to retire and, you know, Will, he still want to be in the game or whatever the case, because they look much more mature than they look in the, you know, the older bad boys. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith has been around for mad long. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came out in, I think, 91. They said, don't quote me, please. I know it came out in the 90s, and I'm 28, so that show been around for at least 20 years. Charlie Boseman didn't have a 20-year career. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy. Like, I know when he got that news, like, imagine that. Like, y'all gotta really think. Like, this shit is no joke. Like, life is really not fucking funny. Like, and you just gotta be living to your potential. Like, for real. We all need to start really not even living to your potential. Just do what you want to do. Try to relax. Try to calm down. I'm trying to calm down. I got high blood pressure, honey, at 28. So that's a different story. But we all gotta try to calm down. Do what you want to do. Live our life to the fullest, you know. Because you don't know. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, shit is crazy. For real, for real. They say we all have problems. Are there times where things are simply good? Are there people who don't have problems? One, I do think there are times when things are simply good, but it's things being good is subjective, and it's all what you think is good, right? I wouldn't say today I'm having a good day. Is life good? Fuck no, not right now. It is time periods though. But the thing about it, at least speaking for me, you never know when life is good until it's bad. That's in my opinion. Like, when shit got real, I could look at pictures of me when I was like younger, like real young, and be like, damn, Britt, I wish I was 8-year-old you. Or like, I could look at a picture of me when I was maybe 15. I don't know. Like a picture of me in high school. I'd be like, damn, Britt, I wish I was you. Like, I could look at pictures of me when I was younger. I just want to be that girl again. Because I'm thinking, like, back then, life was good. But in the time that you live in, when you like 15, 16, 8, whatever the fuck going on in those ages, you think life is terrible. Like, I think in high school, I was always concerned about my weight. I'm way bigger than I was in high school now. So what the fuck? Boys. I wanted more money. Like, my mother, you know, regular day citizen, like, it was just clothes I wanted, shoes I wanted that I could get, and I just wanted it. And those were things that I was mad about. Like, dead ass, no cap. Mad shit. That looking back is mad simple. Like, comparison to the shit I'm dealing with now, life was good. That's light cheese. The shit I'm talking about right, like, that I was dealing with when I was 15 is light cheese. Like, what the fuck is that? Because I can't get the shoes I want, and I got shoes on my feet. Think about that. Because I want this shirt, and I got a shirt on because I want to date this boy, and this boy don't want to date me. That's kind of light work. That's light. Like, that's light. That's light. Because I think I'm fat, and I dead ass wasn't even that fat. Like, come on, stop. Like, I'm probably like 60 pounds heavier than I was in high school. So it's crazy. Even I don't remember much of me when I was like 10 or 11, but when I was looking at, especially because I don't remember anything from being that young, when I was looking at the 11-year-old picture of me, I was like, girl, I want to be you. Come here. Let's switch places. Or you feel like you want to talk to that younger you? Like, let me tell you what the fuck is going to happen when you turn 28, sis. Shit about to get crazy. You gotta get prepared. Like, let me tell you what's going to happen when you turn 25. Let me tell you. Shit is about to get crazy. Okay, so you need to calm down. You need to prepare yourself. You think shit is bad now, bitch. I wish I could go in the future. Like, I'm looking at these pictures, of me when I'm at my parents' house, and I'm just like, you think shit is bad now? Let me talk to you. Come here. Shit is about to get bad, bitch. You better have fun now. Be careful. Stay safe. Stay safe. How you say, slow down with the liquor because your blood pressure? You think shit is bad now. Girl. Okay. Even college days. Was it even that fucking bad? Looking back. The most thing I was just about in college was probably schoolwork. I swear, like, I was just like partying and drinking, and then it was like I just had so much work to do. Like, I'm laughing because that's like cheese. Like, if you watching this and you in college or something, like, girl, boy, it's okay. And keep it about. Let me not be pessimistic, because you know what? I'm dealing with some shit now because of my GPA. My college GPA. So you know what? If you're in college and you focus on something, keep going. Be brain smart, study, do what you gotta do, because it might not impact you that much, but let's say you want to do something, it might. But I mean, I got in jobs without people needing my transcript. But I'm just saying, you never know. You might run into something and it might catch up with you. But let me tell you, this life shit could get crazy. This shit is no joke. And, you know, we all, like I said, even though what I'm dealing with now or what I've dealt with at 24, 25, right? I said that at 18, the problems I had at 18 wasn't that serious. But still, remember, at 18, I still had problems. And like they said in the Expand Your Mind, let me go back to it. Everyone is going through something. Everyone. Whether you consider someone's problem big or small is a personal opinion. You know, some things consume us. You know, mental health is hard, and this life shit is hard. It's hard to, at the time, if you never experienced nothing big, of course you're gonna think something small is huge. Like, obviously, but yeah, you know, looking back, I think that times were good when I was in high school or in college. And I don't even think I always thought everything was all bad. I don't think when I was in high school, I thought everything was all bad, because I never like thought about committing suicide or anything like that. I never thought about like, I hate my life. Like, I don't think I ever exclaimed that I hated life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just tight. Like, I was like just like low self-esteem, insecure, like teenage things, you know? I do think this time, I don't, for me, I think, and I don't know if you guys agree, we never know when life is really good. You don't notice it. You never notice it. I think maybe celebrities or sometimes people, you know what? Sometimes when I go on vacation, and that's why I like sitting on the beach. When I go on vacation and I'm just sitting on the beach and I just look up, or if, even it don't even have to be the beach sometimes too. Like, if I go to a park and it gotta be a nice park and I'm looking at water, sometimes I say, you know, life isn't so bad. Like, sometimes when I go on vacation and I'm just like in a scenery at a moment or something that's very moment, like, or somebody is like performing, and like, you ever go to like a restaurant and then they start performing or something, you know, pretty happens or something. I don't want to say spectacular, because spectacular, like, but something nice happens. I mean, I'll sit there and I'll say, you know what? Life isn't so bad. Like, if I'm sitting on a beach or if I'm just like somewhere different from my normal life, sometimes I say that. But that's so momentary though. So I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. I think that life is good sometimes, but we don't notice it. That's just how I perceive it. You don't notice how good life is. You know what? Maybe life is always good. If you alive, honey, life is good. Let's be honest. If your health is good, life is good. Let's be fucking honest, because like I said, like I'm sitting here today in front of the camera. I couldn't be sitting here like life is good. I'm not, nobody's bothering me, nobody's doing nothing to me. Like, but like maybe life is always good as long as you're alive. Life is always good as long as nobody's hitting you or like bothering you. Technically, in hindsight, to me, life is good if you really think about it. You know, are there people who don't have problems? Maybe kids, children don't have problems. You don't pay no bills. You don't have no problem. Okay, your health is most kids' health is good. They probably usually got a cold or something, because they always sick, honey. They probably usually got a cold, something small, light cheese, light work. Their life is good. They don't have any problems. Once you hit about acute, I think once you hit about 14, that's when problems start happening. How you say 14 is when problems start happening. I really feel like that. Like, I feel like once you hit that age, like, that's when everything just getting real shaky. Like, life just start shaking up, bitch. That shit just, like, when you put the freaking, what's the freaking science project? When you make the volcano, bitch. Like, I just think every ingredient is brewing up. And then finally, when you hit about 30, bitch, somebody put the baking soda inside the vinegar and that shit just explode. It's like you building a science project. All your life, somebody is building that fucking science project, bitch. They building that fake ass volcano with the freaking plaster. And you put the freaking, what is it? It's vinegar and baking soda, right? I think it's vinegar and baking soda. Somebody's just pouring vinegar in there day by day, year by year, bitch, month by month, hour, minute, second. And then when the time you hit fucking 20, honestly, by the time you hit about 23, 24, somebody start throwing some baking soda in your fucking vinegar, bitch. I swear to God. And that shit just go. Okay? About 14, I think life start getting shaky. It ain't bad. It's just a little shaky because your face get fucked up. If you're a girl, some people, you probably got your period by 12. You just like, your hormones is just raising. You just start liking people and shit. Niggas is playing you. It's just like, it's getting crazy out here. You starting to get grown. You starting to notice shit. Now, like, you know, like at 14, you start noticing stuff, but you don't got problems yet because you don't got bills. Your parents still pay your bills, you know, whatever. They still making you food, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? It's some people at 14, bitch, that don't eat every day. I already know that. It's some people who not fortunate. But I feel like at 14, that's when you like, something gotta give. Like, if you really struggling at 14, you gonna start reacting to it. You might become promiscuous. You might start being bad in school. You might start being good in school. You might become a nerd. You might want to be really smart. I just feel like 14, that's when they put the vinegar inside the fake ass volcano. Like, that shit just start getting shaky, bitch. The fucking lava is brewing, bitch. And then when you hit like 25, 27, 28, 30, that shit go. So I think the only people who don't got no problems is kids. That's the only people who don't got no problems. Is life truly full of adversity? That's the good way to end it. I think life is full of adversity. I do. I really do. I think that adversity helps build you and mold you, and it strengthens you and makes you stronger. I know that a lot of us, especially like Black women, we don't like to hear the word strong. You're so strong. I don't. I think it's a timing. You have to pick the right timing and how you say it. Don't say be strong to somebody who just experienced something. After a while, you can say, yo, you really handled that with a lot of strength. You're really strong. I think it's important to acknowledge that, because you do gotta be strong to deal with certain shit. Real talk. Ain't no, don't put no slander on the word strong, because bitch, you gotta be strong to deal with some of the stuff, you know, you deal with, and some of the stuff that other people deal with. You know, some of the stories I hear, I'm like, wow, God bless you, just waking up every fucking day. going to work, going to school, doing what you gotta do, and you dealing with all that shit on your head. Come on, that takes strength. That takes yes, you're strong. I think life is full of adversity, and hopefully you don't deal with too much traumatic things in life. I'll be praying like, God, please, 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 please give me a break, please. I'm begging you. But I do think life is full of adversity. I think you can't really grow and mold without it, or without leaving little things. Well, like we said, problems are subjective, but I think adversity is just needed to just grow up and be an adult and to raise people, right? To the evolution of life. Like, the more stuff you go through, the more you learn. And then when you birth kids, you can teach them the things. Hopefully they listen. We don't always listen to our parents. And we learn from, those many little things. And yeah, all you could do is try to, grow and build from your problems and your issues, honey. So yeah, that is today's episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a lot going on. I got a lot of episodes prepared for you guys. Yes, I did. I wrote down all my episodes, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. I can't deny it. I know. But yes, definitely subscribe to me on YouTube. Britt, BRITTSAYS. Like, comment, review, subscribe, do all that amazing stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys